Okay, so tell us who you are.
Hi, my name is Tom Windmuller. I'm with the International Air Transport Association, IATA.
Okay, now what is IATA doing here at the Copenhagen conference?
Well, we're looking to become part of the global effort to reduce climate change, to help manage aviation's emissions. We have set for ourselves 3 goals in the very short term to improve our fuel efficiency by an average of 1.5% per year, to achieve carbon neutral growth from 2020, thereby capping our emissions, and to achieve a 50% reduction in our emissions by 2050. We've got a 4-pillar strategy for achieving those goals through the use of better technology, improved infrastructure, more efficient flying, and in the short term, economic measures as a bridge to when those new technologies come on stream.
Now, IATA deals with the air transportation industry on a worldwide basis. Now, how do these ambitious goals of yours compare with other modes of transportation and their particular goals in reduction of emissions and such?
Well, although we're only 2% of global aviation man-made emissions, IATA and the air transport industry more generally is really the only industry sector which at a global level has brought forth concrete objectives, targets, and strategies for achieving those targets.
Now, you said concrete targets. Have they achieved some of these targets already?
Absolutely. Aviation has an unsurpassed track record of improving its environmental performance over time. Over the last 30 years, we've improved our fuel efficiency by 70%, using more technologically advanced aircraft, also reducing noise and fuel consumption at the same time.
Now, personally, I'm passionate about biofuels. Where do you see biofuels in the air transport industry in the future?
Biofuels are the most promising new technology for aviation on the horizon. And here we're talking about second-generation biofuels, not those that compete with food crops or arable land, but things like jatropha, camelina, algae that can be grown in the desert using salt water or wastewater. And we're very hopeful that they can reduce aviation's carbon footprint by as much as 80% in the long term. The main challenge that we face is bringing these on stream at commercial levels, and I don't mean in price, I mean in terms of quantities at commercially usable levels. We're hopeful that we can actually get 6% of our total fuel consumption from second-generation biofuels by 2020, but studies have shown that really as much as 100% of our eventual fuel use could come from these second-generation biofuels by 2050.
Okay, so you said by 2050 it would be optimum to have biofuels as our main source of energy. What is holding us back? Why is it going to take until 2050 to transform off of fossil fuel into biofuel or other cleaner forms of energy?
Well, it won't take till 2050 to start that transformation. The main challenges that we face right now are financial incentives for oil industry and other industrial sectors to invest in biofuels. Venture capital is traditionally risk averse. It is late coming into these new technology areas. Aviation needs to demonstrate a demand for these fuels. We think we're doing so. The test flights by airlines such as Continental, Virgin, KLM, Air New Zealand, and the like have shown that these fuels are technologically capable of being used today completely safely as drop-in fuels mixed with jet kerosene as is currently used today. They actually have marginally better performance than traditional Jet A or Jet A1 and a lower freeze point than traditional jet kerosene, which means that they can also improve performance in cold areas such as the polar routes up north.
Is there anything you would, as IATA and as an organization, what message would you have towards the governments in possible assistance or the future? Like, what would you recommend to them in order to assist aviation going into a biofuel cleaner energy source?
Let me emphasize, we're not looking for handouts, but what we are bailouts. But what we are looking for is for governments to provide incentives for research and technology into for research and development of new technologies, but also for investments in biofuels, for fleet replacement, tax breaks, tax credits, these sorts of things, just as governments have already done around the world today in the automotive industry and other industries. We think those same types of approaches would be appropriate for aviation.
So you think the governments can help create a role in greening up aviation?
Without any doubt whatsoever.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.